Hindi cinema is famous for this one line that has come to encapsulate so much of it. One time watch. The film was okay, it was a one time watch. Today we're talking about a filmmaker who has made it his life's mission, it seems, to subvert this line. Watch his films at least twice if you want to come close to figuring them out. Movies as Puzzles, brought to you by Rahi Anil Barve. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome back to my channel where today we are talking about Maya Sabha, starring Javed Jafri, Mohammad Samad, Veena Jamkar and Deepak Damle. The film, shot in 2018, is finally in movie theaters.
दुनिया का सबसे खतरनाक शस्त्र स्माइल
So, Maya Sabha opens in a state of delirium. A man with long, unkempt hair pumps smoke in a mysteriously ornate but rundown room. Within a few seconds, he collapses, convulses, and froths at the mouth. The scenery then opens up to show you an abandoned movie theater where a bruised, bloodied teenage boy wakes up in a different room and stretches as if this is routine. This leads to a very disjointed opening sequence showing you snapshots in the day of this teenage boy. Everything is in disarray. It's like flashes of memory returning to you after a night of drinking cheap rum. Shot stunningly by Kuldeep Mamania, the rest of Maya Sabha takes place then in the derelict movie theatre. Pritam Rai's production design helps create the world of ex-film producer Parmeshwar Khanna, who lives in this theatre, personifying his dwelling. Rai coats every surface of the theatre in various shades of brown. Hallways, toilets, kitchens, they're all sort of bleeding into one another, neglected, rotting. Parmeshwar Khanna is played by a beautiful and effective Javed Jafri. After his wife's betrayal, Khanna has now lost control of his mind and he's trapped in this theatre with his son Vasushen too, the aforementioned teenage boy. Like a garden he's planted inside the premises, Parmeshwar's mind has now expanded in many directions, parts of it having left his being, wandering off on their own journey. The once powerful Khanna is now unkempt and paranoid, and in happy moments he whistles spaghetti western tunes. He skulks through the hallways like Miss Havisham meets Hamlet. Is Dickensian and Shakespearean. The mask you see in promotional images on Javed Jafri is one Khanna has on constantly as he sprays DDT day and night, propelled through the day largely by his fear of mosquitoes. Oh, and of course, he may or may not have hidden 40 kilos of gold somewhere. You get to know Parmeshwar and Vasushen through two intruders, a brother-sister duo, Ravarana and his strange sister Zeenat, who despite their smiles are after the gold. Now, of course, among other things, you'll recognize Mohammad Samad from Rahi Anil Barve's own Tumbar, where he had played both Pandurang and Dadi. The actor has a wonderful way in this film of delivering dialogue in the most non-filmy manner. Both his words and his feet, they're fumbling in excitement and fear. He's perfect at playing this boy unaware he's been held hostage by his own father for years.
लोग कहते हैं परमेश्वर ने सारा गोल्ड इसी थिएटर में छुपा के रखा है और फिर कहाँ छुपाया भूल गया इसलिए इतने साल से यहाँ पे है
Barve leans on mythology, literature, and Hindi cinema lore to create these characters and their individual overlapping tragedies. Deepak Damle's Ravana could be Ravana, trying to steal what is not his. His sister Zeenat is maybe Shurpanakha, provoking said theft when attempts at seduction fail. Parmeshwar, whose name literally translates to God, like Shiv, is both creator and destroyer. The son's name is Vasushen, which is another name for Karna from the Mahabharata, the illegitimate child nobody wanted. An actor mentioned throughout the film and seen in photographs is called Sohrab, who invokes Sohrab Modi of the 1930s, whose famous first film as writer-director was Khoon Ka Khoon, also called Hamlet. There's Shakespeare again. The ex-wife is named Jayamala Sheshadri, a name that evokes the heroines both of the 60s and the 90s in Hindi cinema. Sagar Desai's ever-present background score allows one to feel the mystery of all these mysterious people with all these weird names. But this background score is occasionally actively working to overwhelm the scenes. Scenes which already feature a lead character who loves to communicate largely through uncontrolled yelling. But stuffing a film with homages and Easter eggs, many of which I'm certain I've missed, is that enough? Asif Pathan's edit hints that there was a longer and a heavier version that's buried underneath this film. Reportedly cut down from 4 hours to an hour and a half, Maya Sabha often jumps a few steps, We are told Vasushen may also be deeply unstable, a feral child. His idea of cooking a fancy meal is boiling half-cracked eggs and stuffing them into plain buttered bread. But a few scenes later, a huge amount of perfectly looking, normal, delicious biryani simply exists in this kitchen. It's unexplained. One of the main final revelations that a character comes to similarly just appears to appear in the character's mind out of nowhere. I can't help but wonder if there were clues along the way which both this character and the audience were supposed to pick up that were edited out. Is there more to this steampunk aesthetic we're seeing in the fashion? Despite Veena Jamkar's impressive performance, she doesn't quite rise above the evil churel stereotype, which doesn't seem right in this film. Was there more? We will never see. Why is she dressed like a goth? Barve's fascination with emperors and the greed of inheritance links Maya Sabha to Tumbad. But there are many announced but unseen projects that trailed him. The fraught making of Tumbad aside, other projects, Rakta Brahmand, Gulkanda Tales, Pahad Pangira, for all effective purposes, currently are ghosts. Parmeshwar could be a ghost, plaguing the filmmaker himself. A fictional monster, the creation of a mind manifesting trepidations into a tangible antagonist. Maybe the monster is Barve himself, filled with the uncertainty of the filmmaking process, beholden not just to the box office but also to the whims and fancies of simple, fickle-minded people. Maybe Parmeshwar is Rahi's belief system, still alive, but rapidly rotting away, Gollum-like, as if God himself is caught up in his own BS, uninterested in coming to anybody's rescue. Filth, rage, mythology, cinema history, and personal grievances lend themselves to an indulgent and frankly frustrating film. Whether it is profound self-reflection or the filmmaker drowning in his own symbolism is up for discussion. Maybe there is gold to be found in a cinema hall if you venture to a movie theater this weekend. Let me know what you make of Maya Sabha.
मेरे किंगडम में ऐसा कुछ नहीं था जो मुझे पता नहीं था, समझे?
For today's Relation Mein recommendation, there is not a better document on cinema history than Mark Cousins' 15-chapter-long docuseries, The Story of Film and Odyssey. Each chapter is an hour long and it is so densely packed with trivia, interviews, information and insight. I have been watching for 2 months at this point and I'm yet to finish the final 2 chapters. That's how much pausing and rewinding in this series that's traveling all over the world requires. What I require from you is a little bit more of your love that you have been giving this last month. Join the channel as a paying member to get access to interview clips that nobody else gets to watch and a monthly movie club where you get to meet me online and together we discuss movies literally for hours. Sign up at the link underneath this video. That is the best way for you to show support and encourage this work to go on. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.